Hello everyone and welcome back. So it's now freezing outside, so the Zwift season is back and I am super excited. So today's race is NCNCA Gold Rush, which is 3 laps of Seaside Sprint, about 21 Ks, about 150 meters of elevation gain. So it should be pretty tough. To be honest, my legs feel awful at the moment, so I'm not expecting to win this. Currently there's only 2 other people here, so hopefully some more people will join this before the race starts. So my legs are feeling terrible because I am training for a marathon, so I'm focusing on running really. Cycling is definitely taking second place to that at the moment, so yeah, legs feeling terrible. Haven't raced on Zwift for ages, so this is going to be a recipe for disaster. Fortunately, it looks like it'll be a pretty empty race, so hopefully it won't be too intense. Maybe I just want to stick with the front group for this race and that'll be me happy. Hopefully during the winter I can get some of my Zwift fitness back. I think during the summer when you're riding a real bike it's a bit different to Zwift, because on the real bike you're allowed to like coast and stuff, but on Zwift it's got to be constant power all the time. Anyway, 13 minutes to go and I'm going to get a quick warm up in and then we can begin. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Typical Zwift start, lots of power to begin with. In the end, there were 5 people in this race, so not very full at all. So yeah, my goal for this one is just trying to stick with whatever group forms and trying to do as well as I can really, because I am feeling absolutely terrible. It's difficult at this point to even put out like 250 watts, which should be really quite easy for me. It's not the hilliest course here, just a few rolling hills. It's 3 laps, so I don't really know this course either, so I'm not really sure what to expect. We're going through some rolling hills now, so yeah, this is pretty much the race right here. The front group goes off, I make some sort of half-hearted attempt to try and keep with them, and I can't really do it. So yeah, that's the main part of the race over. Within like the first 5 minutes, I cannot stick with this group. They're just putting down way too much power. My legs are not feeling it at all. So in the end, it just turns into a sort of one-on-one duel with me and this guy here. And to be honest, it's not the hardest race in the world after this. The guy behind me probably wasn't feeling that great either, because yeah, I just sort of left him straight away. Well, we sort of stick together for a while, but in the end I end up doing an attack and he can't stick with me, and that's it really. This race was sort of a nothing race, just getting back into Zwift to see how I feel. Hopefully after I do a few more races, a few more workouts, my legs will feel a bit better, but it's just quite difficult to fit it in with running and cycling together, so I'll probably do some research on how to fit both of them together without like ruining myself. I'll be making a video about my experiences running the marathon, so if you want to see that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Anyway, here we are just going through the deserty area. I think my attack is coming soon because it's just in the flat area. I just want to get away from him because he's going for it now, and I think, well, there's no point me sitting with him. I should just go for it early. Honestly, I was just a bit bored and felt like I might as well attack. So yeah, let's skip forward to that. So skip forward a couple of minutes, this is where I launch it. I just decide to go at like 350 watts for a moment, well, for a little while, just to see if he can stick with me. And to be honest, he can't, so yeah, I managed to break the toe, get out of the 5 meter draft zone so he can't stick with me. And yeah, that's really it for this whole race. He sort of sits around 10 seconds behind me. Whenever he gets close, I just sort of put a bit more power down to discourage him from sticking with me. So yeah, like I said, not the most interesting race in the world. Hopefully in the future some more exciting ones will come. I should be at the top of Class C now with my new FTP. At least that's what I'm hoping. I don't know if running takes away from your FTP. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, we'll see. Honestly, not much more happens in this race. It's just me sitting on my own in sort of no man's land, so I'm going to skip forward to the end. All right, final lap here, 4.4 Ks to go, and he's still sitting about 10 seconds behind me, but he does actually make a solid attempt to try and get back with me on this hill here. He really puts down some power. I sort of slack a bit on this hill. I'm not really paying attention. He gets it back within like 2 or 3 seconds, but then I notice and I realize I have to put some power down, otherwise he'll get back with me. Yeah, my heart rate in this race did not spike. It didn't go up at all, really. I just didn't have it in the legs. It wasn't like an anaerobically difficult race. It was just my legs had no power in them. So yeah, not feeling good at all. So hopefully it'll get better soon. Really, I'm just sort of using this as a way to like spin out my legs. I'm not really going for it because obviously there's nothing really to race for at this point. So I'm just trying to sort of keep it easy, trying to give my other leg muscles a bit of a workout, because like running uses different muscles. So yeah, I'm hoping this will help. I don't know if it will. I'm not really into that whole sports science stuff. I'm just a regular guy trying to get fitter. So yeah, here we are, last 2.2 kilometers, nothing really left to race for. He still managed to get back within 2 seconds of me. So now I'm just trying to break the toe so he can't get really close to me here. Yeah, almost done. On these last few rolling hills, he really does get close. He gets within about 10 meters of me, which, you know, it's pushing it a bit close, but I was never really in any trouble. I always had some energy left in reserve because I hadn't really been pushing hard this whole race. If I needed to, I could just like put out 300 or 400 watts to break the gap again. I'm sure he was having fun behind trying to chase. It kind of makes me wonder, when I'm the one sitting chasing someone, whether the person in front is actually working hard at all or whether they're just sort of toying with me. Because in this case, I really wasn't trying that hard, sort of kind of letting this guy get closer than I really should have at some points. Maybe just to give him a bit of hope. Anyway, here we are. Last 0.4 kilometers. There's actually a bit of a sprint finish, so I thought I'd give it a go just to see what I have left in the legs on a not particularly successful day. See if I can break maybe 1,000, which I can't, but you know, I gave it all I had left, which, you know what, even on a bad day, my sprint still isn't that bad really. 800, 900 watts, just about. So here are the race results. Yeah, not too good really. Only 2.3 watts per kilogram. That is like D category performance. That's like where I started. So yeah, as you can see, my legs really are not feeling good at all. Heart rate was so low as well, 149. I just couldn't get the legs working enough really to get the heart rate going. So it is not nice at all. So these are my Zwift Power results. As you can see, this was so much worse than my previous races. So yeah, definitely need to get back into Zwift racing form. I just didn't have it in the legs today. You can see my max heart rate was so much lower than before. Only 149 previously. The average has been around 165. So yeah, not good at all. Somehow I did manage to get bronze on Zwift Power, but you know, it's nothing really to brag about, is it? As a reward for that shocking race, Zwift Power has put me back down to D. So yeah, I need to definitely get some more races in just to get the legs used to it again. Poor performance all round.
All right, all done. Honestly, that race was a bit rubbish, really. My legs were too tired to really attempt to stay with the front group, and then I was sort of in no man's land. The guy behind me didn't really have much to offer, and the guys in front were way too fast. So yeah, not the greatest race to get back into Zwift for the winter season, but hopefully it'll get better quickly as I get used to Zwifting again. It's horrible how you've got to keep pedaling constantly. Like, I think I got into some bad habits when I was outside, coasting a lot. But yeah, 40 minutes at 230 watts, not great, pretty low to be honest. But yeah, I didn't really have much to race for there. So yeah, so like I said, training for a marathon. So the Zwifting will not be first priority for the moment, so maybe a while before the Zwift form comes back. Alright, anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Give a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, peace out.